Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Leengate Talk. With me today, I've got Mr. Shingirai Zimwasha, who is the head consultant for Arlington East by Leengate. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Couldn't be better. I'm super excited to be part of the Arlington East dream. I call it the dream. Super excited and ready to tackle everything that comes along with it.
Okay, we do know that you've got over 7 years of experience in the architectural field. I had an opportunity to meet one of your gurus who then stated that architecture is like the marriage between arts and sciences, where you bring dreams into reality. Is that the case?
Correct. Architecture, like you rightfully said, is an art and science. So us as architects, we are the bridge between a vision and reality. So we bring those dreams and aspirations of our clients into reality, into brick and mortar. Yeah.
Okay, that's the reason I'm here actually. As you know, we've got so many projects around Zimbabwe, and we get frequently asked questions, especially from our clients. They've got some questions that they need to understand. So we'll be discussing those as we go through the episode. So the first question, which is very popular, is when I'm looking for an architect, what are the things should I look for in regards to getting a really good architect?
Thank you, Madam Paida, for the question. First and foremost, an architect is registered under the Architects Act. So in that regard, all clients who are in need of architectural services have to engage someone who is registered under the Architects Act. A full list of registered architects is found with the Institute of Architects of Zimbabwe.
Okay, so registration is a must. Because I know our clients get questions, or they get lots of architects doing plans for them, so they must be registered.
For one to practice architecture in Zimbabwe under the Architects Act, they have to be registered with the Architects Council of Zimbabwe.
Okay, no, that's great. And then the second question, people want to understand what are the legislations or regulations when it comes to building in Zimbabwe?
In Zimbabwe, there are quite numerous, a broad spectrum of legislature that govern the built environment. So for our development in particular, Arlington East Estate, we are mostly affected by the Town Planning Act and the Model Building Bylaws.
Okay.
Just to narrow down on such a few items that are of critical importance, particularly on your town planning, are your building lines. There's a prescribed metric that we are supposed to live out of setting from our boundaries of the individual stands. 5 meters in front, 2 meters at the back and the sides. So that's just one of the examples that I can just come up with at this moment in time.
Okay, all right, enough of the technical part. So you see, I'm old school. I won't tell you how old I am, but I'm old school. But we do see a shift in this sector. Can you explain to us, we hear about modern designs, contemporary design. What is all that about?
Okay, if I may bring you back to housing development from our yesteryear to what we currently have. Housing is not necessarily only housing. There's the aspect of lifestyle that most people within who seek to develop their properties try to attain. So it's an issue of lifestyle, an integration from of the outside spaces with the inside. So in that case, we're looking at big, large openings. We've got large windows, we've got bifolding doors, courtyards in some cases. So those are the nitty-gritties of some of the contemporary aspects that we look into when we design for Arlington East.
Okay, I've had the opportunity to look at some of your designs. I really noticed. Can you explain to me the difference between the flat roofs? I see you're moving away from the hipped roofs. Is that a new trend going on at the moment?
Most modern designs encompass clean strip lines. So in that regard, we've run away from the traditional way of roofing and brought in concealed roofs that are within part of the walls. So from the outlook of it, it looks like it's a concrete flat slab, but in actual fact, we've got monopitch roofs inside and concealed box cutters right at the end.
Oh, okay. I just assumed that maybe it's all flat. Anyway, in regards to the design process, we would like to understand a client walking into your office. What is the complete design process? What do we go through until we've got the final product?
Thank you for that question, Madam. First and foremost, we like to ask our clients the spaces that will fill their desires, that will meet their requirements.
Okay.
We're talking about the number of bedrooms. We're talking about the integration between the kitchen, lounge, dining. You see, most clients are up for this open plan design. That's the new trendy approach of development. But however, there's some who are still traditional, who still require that the kitchen space be confined to the missus of the house. So those are some of the things that we ask them numerous questions that will form part of our design brief. Then from there, we come up with a concept that we will show and present to the client. Once they approve that concept, then we proceed with our construction drawings.
Oh, that's great. So, in other words, it's mainly maybe the character of the client with the lifestyle that they would love. I'm thinking that's where come the area of the gyms, the bar area, all that is put into perspective. So, okay, how long does this usually take? If I want to, I'm at Arlington East and I would like you to design my home. What is the time period, the time frame?
From the moment our clients step into our offices, that list of requirements from their part, we make sure that we take into consideration each and every aspect of their requirements, and then we make what we call a design brief. From there, that forms basis of our design. So we try to make sure that all the requirements that the client envisions for their house, we've taken into account those aspects. That minimizes the lag between what would have come up with and them being satisfied and taking up the design is approving it to take for the construction process.
I have to ask this question. How do you cope with the expectations of clients?
Well, fortunately, it's part of our training. To be an architect, it's north of 7 years of college, the process of registering as an architect. So it's quite a rigorous process. So it toughens us to make sure that we are ready for any type of client that walks into the door.
Yes.
But we tried, our main focus is to make sure that we meet the client's requirements. That's our main focus. They need to be happy, considering that housing is more of like something that comes to the heart. It's home. It's where families are brought up and all that. So we need to make sure that all the things that the client might dream of, we put that into reality in brick and mortar.
Yeah, good luck on that. Moving on, the plans are done, we're ready. Can you then explain to us the approval process, especially in Zim and Arlington East?
All right. So basically what happens is once we design the construction drawings, the client will need to proceed with the drawings to Headroll District Council, make payment for council submission fees, and then on average it takes about 2 weeks for the approval process to happen. Then once that is done, they are then only allowed to build once the drawings have been approved by our local authorities.
Okay. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule so that we can discuss some of these issues. But I know in regards to Arlington and its aesthetics and its vision, is the head consultant. Can you tell us more what makes Arlington East by Leengate unique?
Very important question, Madam Faida. You see, Arlington East Estate has all social amenities that one might need. You will have your churches, they'll be there, your preschools for the young kids. We'll have retail shops that are within the estate. Besides that, we're talking about state-of-the-art infrastructure, your road networks, your sewer lining, your street furniture. We're talking about street lights. You know, this aspect of security, it's always good to be within a neighborhood that's secure and well lit when even moving around at later hours. So in a nutshell, I think Arlington East will have all those amenities packed up in one space. So our residents really won't need to go outside what has been provided, because basically everything is there and will be catered for everyone's needs.
There you go, folks. Thank you so much once again. It's really been a pleasure, and I'm so excited, and I'm glad I had this opportunity to discuss these issues with you. All right. Thank you, sir. There you go, folks. Thank you for watching this episode. For those that are not familiar with Arlington East, it is exactly 10 kilometers from the CBD. It is a medium to low density gated community with stands ranging from about 500 square meters to 1,000 square meters. We are able to build single-story or double-story homes. For those who want more information, don't hesitate to contact us or come and visit us at number 3 Prince Edward Road, Kensington in Harare. Next week, I'll be chatting with the sales and marketing team, so see you next week.